The question of the day is, as an influencer, should I be with an agency or should I be freelance? Which one is best for me? And how can I really accelerate my career? Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Sam, and this is SoSquare's guide to everything influencer marketing related. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay up to date, hit the bell, and then always like the stuff. It really helps the algorithm. First of all, we need to kind of define the difference between an influencer agency and an influencer management company, or a management company in general. Now, influencer agencies and management companies alike will handle everything social media related. So YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all kind of major social media platforms will be covered. Influencer management companies will typically tend to manage larger influencers, those that are in the public eye or have some sort of fame. Now, they will manage everything to do with their social media in terms of inbound work for influencer stuff, and also maybe actually manage the page themselves. They'll also handle traditional press and also PR appearances. In some occasions, management companies will also manage things in their personal life, whether it's stuff like housing, cars, holidays, even their laundry. How fucking lazy. An influencer agency, on the other hand, will just typically tend to cover anything social media related regarding their content creation and influencer posts. They don't tend to handle any other additional services like PR appearances or traditional press. Both influencer agencies and management companies will work in the same way when it comes to remuneration and charging for their services. Typically, they'll take 20 to 30% of the revenue generated from the creator, and that's both from stuff that they get them, and also that's the inbound stuff that's coming into the influencer. Now, I have heard some rumors that some influencer agencies and management companies do charge the influencer a retainer to be on their books. Now, I'm not to meet anybody that does this yet, but this does not sound like a good business decision for the influencers. So let's just draw a line in management companies, because we're not talking about them today. If you're famous or in the public eye and you have a big following, then you're probably going to have a management company. So what would you do if you had less than 300,000 followers on a single platform? Let's just say you're a micro influencer. Why would you choose an influencer agency to represent you? Well, the benefits of an influencer agency are pretty clear. They manage your inbound leads. They outreach to brands for you. They negotiate contracts and rates on behalf of you. They organize post scheduling and kind of keep on top of you from a management perspective to make sure that you're managing your time effectively and that you're getting the content done. And clout for being with an agency. I also just want to throw the biggest, and when I say the biggest, I mean the fucking biggest caveat over this. This does not apply to all influencer agencies. Some of them are absolutely shocking and add very little value, in fact, zero value at all. So as a content creator, why are these benefits good for me? Manage inbound leads. Effectively, your agency will manage all inboxes, direct messages, whatever it may be, in a more timely manner. We know as creators, you guys just love to create content. You don't like admin work, so let the agency do it for you. Outbound reach to brands. Now, let's just highlight some agencies have very good relationships with brands and can get you collaborations that you might not necessarily have always been able to get. Negotiating rates and contracts. Now, from a psychological perspective, having a third party to negotiate your rates can be beneficial. Sometimes as an influencer, you may feel cheeky asking for a certain amount, and it just gives you that bit more gravitas when you're communicating with brands. The agency kind of represents you. Organizing and scheduling posts and also keeping on top of you regarding your content creation. This is just kind of a little bonus of being with an agency. You've got effectively somebody on your shoulder, or more likely in your ear, telling you, we need to get this done, we need to get that done. When have you got a content day planned? It just keeps you in check as an influencer. And the clout, well, I guess this is nothing more than just an ego tickle. So where's the trade-off for having an influencer agency? Well, it's about 20 to 30% of everything that you're earning. Now, in the micro influencer space, where posts will typically maybe range between £100 to £300 a post, the margins are pretty fine. And you can probably see where I'm going with this. Agencies will bump your price up but tell you they got a lower rate to increase their margins. Now, for me, this is super sneaky. It's perfectly fine to do. Now, it doesn't sit well with us here at So Squared, where our mission is to provide transparency in the influencer marketing space. Let's just look at a case study. Let's take Influencer X. They've got 200,000 followers, pretty good engagement, and they create great content. A fast fashion brand really wants to work with them on a series of collabs. Let's just say this influencer usually charges between £200 and £300 a post. Now, the agency secures the collaboration at £300, but still tells the influencer that they're being charged £200 for their time. Now, the agency will take 20% off that, meaning that the influencer will be left with £160, while the agency ends up taking home £140. This is a significant friction point in the influencer marketing space. The brands are paying an inflated price, the influencers are receiving a reduced rate, and the agency, who are the ones that are adding very little value, take pretty much the largest slice of pie. Okay, technically the influencers take more home, but they're doing all the work. But for actual input value and what they're receiving back, the agency has definitely got the best deal here. So as an influencer, you decide, fuck that, I'm going to go freelance and keep 100% of what I earn and be in control of my collaborations. So what do? Well, you pretty much do exactly what the agency does. You have to manage your inbound and outbound reach. So inboxes, DMs, you need to stay on top of this. You need to manage your outbound reach. Now, this can be draining and a little bit of a minefield. And if you're not comfortable reaching out to brands, then this is just going to be a non-starter for you. The biggest drawback of being a freelance influencer is it requires you to be organized. And if you are not organized, and as we previously discussed, as influencers, you guys love to create and not do the admin. So unless you can get your head around this, this is going to be a difficult thing for you to do. So what happens if there's a happy medium between being 100% freelance and having an agency to represent you? Well, that's where So Squared comes in. Our tech solution is bridging that gap between being 100% freelance and having an influencer agency. Our platform gives influencers a soft landing approach to find brands that are looking to collaborate. By allowing brands to post their campaigns onto our platform, it lets the influencers know which brands are looking to engage with creators and gives them that opportunity to apply for the campaigns. All in all, as a creator, this means that it's going to be less deflating and more proactive in terms of identifying new collaborations which will help you grow your career. Our influencer software provides a purpose-built influencer CRM system that allows the creators and the brands to manage the process from end to end without any interruption from third parties. This gives them full visibility of all the collaborations that they're doing and allows them to stay on top of the tasks that need to be done. By providing direct messages between the influencers and the brands, we allow them to completely cut out all the noise and communicate directly with each other through one channel and allow them to build those better relationships, which we know results in more successful collaborations. Managing collaborations doesn't have to be hard for micro-influencers, and you certainly don't need an agency to take care of this for you. So Squared believes that technology is a better solution and that we can provide you with the tools to grow and scale your creator career and become the influencer you always dreamt of being. At So Squared, we're always happy to speak to influencers and guide you on your career growth and on your journey to becoming the best version of you. Drop us an email at info@sosquared.com. Until next time, guys, catch you later.